Good morning, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're seeing this. I say to you, good morning. Today, I wanted to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, just because I've dealt with it pretty much my entire life, and that is being overweight or obesity. The thing about it is, it seems that nobody really knows what the cause of it is. We can speculate. The health authorities, want you to believe that if you eat right and move more, that you'll lose weight. But the shocking fact about it is, that's never worked. It doesn't work. And Americans have always been pretty active. So what's really going on? What's the real problem? If you ask me, I think the problem is what we're doing to our food now and what's readily available. What I mean by this is, back in the day, we didn't have sugar-laced food all over the place. There was dessert maybe once in the week for most families, but they were subsisting on meat and eggs and dairy and some vegetables, probably grown out of their own garden. So why are things so messed up now? I believe it's because we've gotten away from what we used to eat. I believe it's this collection of thoughts that we've gathered. And basically, the thought is, it doesn't matter what I put in my face as long as it makes me feel good. I kind of want to give my own story, because I've struggled with it for a long time myself. And so when I was younger, like a lot of other young people, I just wanted the sugar and the occasional Cheetos or Doritos or whatever, plus soft drinks. That was something I always partook in. Every day, you go and spend about $5 at the local stop and go, and that was food. And that habit pretty much got me up to a weight of 430 pounds. That was my heaviest. And I stayed at that weight probably for about 5 years. I got married and all that kind of stuff. But all the way throughout that's the poundage I was. And I tried losing weight. I can't tell you how many gyms I joined. I can't tell you how many diets I tried. I can't tell you all the efforts I made. But none of them were long-lived. All of them worked. All of them knocked me down about 40 pounds. But then the weight came back. So if somebody who's pretty active, I'm not running marathons or anything by any stretch of the imagination, but how does somebody who likes playing basketball, who walks, who is taking an active role in what he's doing or his activity level, still gaining that much weight? Can you tell me that? The funny thing is, it's taken this long for me to understand exactly what was happening. So your food intake is what decides how heavy you are. Your exercise does not. It plays a small role, but it does not have anything to do with how much you move, because I was playing basketball, jumping, skipping, running, doing everything, kids do, and didn't lose any weight. So what had to change, and what's changed very drastically for me, is the way that I eat. And I'm probably going to say something really triggering to a lot of you, but keto carnivore has pretty much done it for me. I'm down to 324 pounds now, and I owe all of that thanks to all of the people talking about the carnivore diet and how they're reversing type 2 diabetes, which is the brother to obesity. Usually you don't find type 2 diabetes or type 2 diabetics that aren't extremely overweight or obese. So I owe my thanks to people like Jason Fung, who talked about fasting and how good fasting is for your metabolism, for the loss of weight, because if you're not putting any food in, then your body can deal with the fat that it's stored. But if you never take that out, if you never do something different, if you're always eating, if you're always putting in calories, then where's your weight supposed to go? So people like him is the reason why I've gotten down to the weight that I am. And the 1-2 of fasting, both intermittent and extended, is the reason why I've come to this weight. It's still a long road. It's still something I've got to try it, but it's working. On this channel, I spend a lot of time talking about things that are culturally wrong and some that are culturally right. But this right here, this way of eating, we've never had a pandemic like this. We've never had an epidemic like this. And so they really don't know how to fight it. But you got folks out there, you got doctors out there who know what's going on and is willing to spend more time than 5 minutes with you in the doctor's office to tell you what you need to do. So if you are one that have struggled with your weight, I would encourage you, check out Dr. Sean Baker, check out Dr. Jason Fung, check out Dr. Ken Berry. These people are heavily influential in the fields that they occupy. Check these people out. See if you don't come to the same conclusion that I did, which is you got to change the way you eat. You got to change the things you do. You got to change how you think about stuff. Because the mainstream media wants you to believe that you don't have willpower. The mainstream media wants you to think that you're stupid, that all you want and all you are is a consumer, and you want to consume stuff that works for their pockets. Don't let them win. I'm standing here telling you, you can lose weight. If you got some to lose, you can lose it. But it's going to take you learning some things and believing some things that you never believed before. So for me, I can say that my mindset had to change. If you had told me that people were fasting for months and months on end, I would have called you crazy. I would have thought there was something wrong with you. But honestly, this is natural. If you go back in our evolution, if you go back years and years and years and decades and centuries, you will see that we always had a period of fasting. If you go back years and years and years, you'll see what we ate. And you would also see that we didn't eat everything out of a box. And I think this is our main problem. So if you gained anything out of this video, I'd like for you to do something for me. Hit the like button. Let me know that you liked it and that you got something out of it. If you got something out of it, tell me and everybody else that's reading this what you got out of it. Leave it in the comments. And if you always want to hear something positive, something life-changing, some dramatic, some story, something that I've been through or something I've learned, some insight, then consider subscribing. That's it. I'll see you guys later.